welcome to another episode of Music with Purpose. I'm your host, Tommy O, and we have tonight's guest, Tom the Suit Forst, and his partners Dave and Dave. We'll introduce them later. Let's rock first.
I've seen the king with the guitar neck like they were making love. He'd go up and down her body, I swear he'd had enough. Then he'd make her sing, he would make her ring. Nobody paid that flow, it's so like the king. Paying fast ain't everything. If you can't play slow, lay it down like the king. Hey!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. You notice this is a little bit different of a band. We decided to drop the drummer, so to speak, but instead we've got a powerhouse over here. This is David Rivera. And this guy, if anybody knows anything about the Allman Brothers, David Stoltz over here.
Well, hello and welcome back. We're back studio-wise, or back interview-wise, for David
Alan.
Alan.
So his wife been
confirm
telling
or
me.
deny that.
We can leave it at that, or do you want to mention?
Elaborate.
Go ahead, man.
Elaborate.
I play with J-Mo's Jazz Band, and I play with a number of other groups. I play with the Marx Brothers Band, which is a largely Deadhead material. And in the last few months, I've been playing with Suit, Tom Suit and band, and love it. So we're
Great.
getting around with that, which is really great.
You, Dave, other Dave Allen, play locally. Do any touring work? as
Yeah, I
well?
play locally. I play a lot in Puerto Rico. That's where I came
Really?
from. Yeah, I was there 15 years. Did a lot of studio work with a lot of artists, travel, and I'm still doing that. Still go to record and come here.
And Tom Suit Forst. What's the proper term of address for the Suit? Or
Why?
The Forst.
Why am I the suit?
Oh, I know why you're the Suit. Let's go through that. But
Okay.
You got branded. Someone helped your branding before you even thought of it. You had a brand.
Absolutely.
You just walked up.
Yep. I got a brand right here, actually. Yeah. You want me to tell you the story?
I
Okay.
dearly want.
Well, my son was in a punk band, and he's a professional musician. He was in the city, and he said, come along and wear your normal business suit, because I used to be a businessman, and my hair was really short, and I had the gray slacks and the blue jacket and the penny loafers. And he said, just stand there in the middle of this punk set with your guitar on, and don't do a thing, and then go crazy. And the crowd had to be 20, 22, 23-year-old punkers, you know. And so I did what he told me to do, and people started yelling the suit. And that was it. It was better than the name my wife gave me, so I figured the suit would be.
That could be for another album or
Yeah,
CD.
that's,
Or if the suit fails.
Yeah.
By the sound of things, it's going pretty strong, and you've got strong players with you and following. And you're playing in some big rooms.
yeah, we really are. We also, and these guys do too. It's kind of an interesting deal. I also play with this group called Jason Gisser Band, an unbelievable band. And occasionally these guys sit in, and they sit in like they've been playing with them for 20 years. And that band plays, we just play large auditoriums, and we play a lot in upstate New York. And my
Big
group
rooms.
does a lot in the city. So, yeah. The album is kind of interesting, and that's why we're being so aggressive these days, playing a lot of shows. The album was produced by Paul Nelson, who is a Grammy-winning producer. He produced the last two Johnny Winter albums before Johnny died. And he's also his guitar player. And he's on the album.
It was done in a Connecticut studio?
It
though?
was
Produced,
done in
locally?
3 different studios.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This latest, or this Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. I'll show it. I'm going to show it right now. There it is. See, they printed it upside down. I'm still going to go with that silly line. Yeah, it's called On Fire. So.
So was it your son, the professional musician, that got you started in the music? How did the trajectory track?
Well, I was always a musician, and I had children, and we needed, what do they call that? Money.
Mm-hmm.
So I quit and went into the business world, and I became very successful in the business world. And then at 57, we paid our last tuition payment, and I quit my corporate job. And by the way, not your best fiscal move. Anyway, and then here I am.
Not your best physical move because you had another child?
No, because I'm broke.
But the richness of sound, the
Yes,
richness
the
of music.
richness, yes.
Let's face it, you get to be on stage. That attention is priceless. People pay a lot of money sometimes to just do that.
I know.
And so you get to live it all over again, to conquer, or let's say, triumph.
Yeah.
Conquering is such a confrontational word. Let's
Well,
just
I'm
say
waiting
we
for that-
co-create a win.
I'm just waiting for that call from that kid band, that wants a guitar player.
Hanson, actually,
Hanson.
the hair, it would work. I see that.
Yeah, you put a mask. We got it.
You know, there have been some jokes made about Joe Walsh, but I got to say, this of the guitar I heard, there was a little spankiness of the James Gang feel in there.
Yeah, I know.
Tell me about guitar-wise the influences.
Yeah, I do have to say James Gang was definitely there.
Really?
But guys that people don't think of, like Walter Becker, he's one of my favorite guitar players. Mike Bloomfield, an old blues guy. So, yeah. I don't really like old blues, but I like rock blues.
Rock blues. That's
Yeah.
that rings true with what I have heard. I think I heard a song about office furniture, back drawer or something, and I got a distinct mountain vibe.
Absolutely.
The phrase came up. There's rawness, but a successful business person has to have had refinement. So I like the blend of raw
You would
and
think
refined.
so.
Well, some.
Yeah.
Well, there are other people that bully their way to the top.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah.
There'll be a debate about that.
Right,
sometimes.
right. Yeah. No, the guitar stuff. You can't escape hearing people and using it. Using their stuff. And to be true, it is true. Joe Walsh and the guy from Mountain, they stole all my music.
I could hear
Yeah,
that.
it's terrible.
And then they time traveled. It was it's a pretty tricky move.
I'm probably the same age as those guys. That's the sad part.
What's so sad about it?
I don't know.
I refuse. I refuse to have any apologies for surviving. I think it's a noble thing.
Yeah, good point.
Beats not making it.
Yeah.
It beats not making it.
Indeed. Or, well, the more people would say nicer things about me, I'm sure. In the meantime, though, I'd rather do things that, geez, I wish he'd turn down, stuff like that.
Yeah. One of the things that's happening with us, we are going out as a trio. On the album there are 6 players, and they're all unbelievable players. But once I heard it all, I thought, there's enough space, and I wanted it to be quiet rock. And you hear it; it's not as loud and in your face as the normal rock band. And I think a lot has to do with David there. So we're excited about this kind of sound that we're generating.
Well, I think you've covered all the bases, and by that I mean the guitar comes through, the rock genre, the riffs are there. We just don't have the bombast, let's say, of a double kick.
Yeah.
And the bass, everything. Well, I certainly hope in the mix as we play on through the end of the night. I'm teching too, guys, so it's all on me if you don't like it. We got 2 more songs to perform pretty soon, right? 2 or 3, I believe, if we have time. Well, you're honored guests, and we'll just let the studio run late if you care to play longer. Do you care to? The instruments are still
Sounds good.
still cooking. Let's break this interview stage down and get rocking.
Okay.
Get to work, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Stop what you're doing and listen to me. He's just around the bend. Open up your eyes, you'll see. Put down that goddamn phone and look outside. You know he's coming, he's got hell on his side. Look out the door, he's coming after you. Walk out the door. You don't have a clue. Life's gonna change, and there's one thing for sure. That ain't no puppy, no. Won't feel at the door. He's gonna be waiting, so just walk outside. Your life is over, nowhere for you to hide. You hear him scratching on the window pane. Fear and confusion surely drive you insane. to slip away. You think it's gonna be just another day. Just roll over, go back to sleep. Dream about the good life while you are counting sleep. Wolves out the door. Wolves out the door. Wolves out the door. Wolves out the door. People ask me why I bought it, and I say, oh, because of the pickups, because of the neck. No, it just lights up. You're all alone. You put on your rub and you pick up the phone. You burn, baby, burn, but your man's not home. I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. Not the first, won't be the last. Don't talk about our future, don't ask about your past. We burn, baby, burn, across your bedroom eyes. I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. I come running, know that I am. I'm your consolation man. Sometimes you worry, not your first choice. Then the phone rings, and I hear your voice. Burn, baby, burn. Down that telephone line. I come running back as I can. I'm your consolation man. I come running, know that I am. I'm your consolation man, yeah. Thank you so much. You know what they say about guys with big pickups? They have small. Well, you know, they have small, but this is my pedal board. How bad is it? I should've quit you, baby, baby, long time ago. I should've quit you, baby, baby, long time ago. I wouldn't be here now, mama, down on this killing road. I should've gone, gone, when my friend said, come to Mexico with me, baby. I should've gone, when my friend said, I wouldn't be here now, baby, down on this killing road. I should've listened, baby, baby, my second mind. I should've listened, baby, baby, my second mind. I would be here now, mama. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mr. Dave Stoltz over here on bass. David Rivera on percussion. Thank you so much.